Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the weekend check-in for the collective. So keep in mind, timing and energy is always going to be fluid, so this message may or may not resonate with you. And of course, the second I hit record, Kitty's up on the desk again today. And so we have Jupiter re-entering into Pisces in retrograde today. It actually shifted early this morning. Tomorrow, on the 29th, we have Mercury entering into Scorpio, and it's going to be in the 8th house of Libra. And then on Sunday, Mars is stationing direct in the sign of Gemini, in the sign of the twins. And so we have some very powerful energies. What I feel is we're entering a time of restoring our faith in a higher power, in humanity, and it is this energy of becoming one with the universe, universal love, right? Unity consciousness. And so this really is a rare opportunity that we're kind of sitting in when it comes to believing in ourselves. And I do feel strengthening our own spiritual beliefs, and the energies are guiding us into a deeper understanding of who we are, ourselves, the world around us, what it is we believe in. And so it's like this moon walk energy, and so an opportunity to reevaluate our ideals, our morals, our values, as well as an opportunity to revisit a relationship from the past, our mystic healing capabilities, and any new ideas that we've been, stuffing down for the last couple of years. And so what I want to say is we are in the last leg of this stretch. We are in the last leg of this three-part Jupiter and Pisces transit. And so with Jupiter now going into Pisces, it is expanding our awareness of our spirituality. Kitty is going to drive me up the wall. Sorry, guys. She's been super clingy lately, and Kitty is not a very affectionate cat, but she likes to be pet when she wants to be pet, but don't pick her up. But anyway, and so we're expanding our awareness of compassion, right? Compassion is linked to Christ consciousness. And so Jupiter in Pisces is encouraging all of us to embrace our compassion for our own lives, for others, and to tap into some mystic imaginative energies. And so when we are open spiritually, we need that extra space and that time to ourselves to recoup our energy reserves. When I think of Pisces, I think of the High Priestess. And so when we are in tune with all of these universal energies of oneness, we can be very much drained psychically after that experience of unity with these higher energies. And so during this cycle, this is the time where many will experience attracting in good fortune, especially if we have charitable motivations. And so this is a time where we are being asked to devote ourselves to our purpose, our mission, to be more compassionate, to be more giving. The more you give, the more likely it is that you will receive. And so it is this recuperation and having faith in the world, faith that these newfound motivations to give rather than to receive will bring forward even more goodness in our lives. And Kitty's about to drive me up the wall here, guys. So I do feel Jupiter is all about luck and expansion. And so I kind of feel like there's going to be a positive circumstance or good luck to shift you out of some stagnancy. And so with Jupiter and Pisces, that's when we can function at our best. We are going to feel free to believe in ourselves, to emote all of these underlying repressed emotions, and to be that caring, giving person that we were always meant to be. And so it's this value of human emotion, and we are going to be super sensitive during this Jupiter cycle. It already started for me last night. Huge emotional purge, emotional release when it comes to that final layer of releasing these old attitudes, these old values, and these old beliefs, especially concerning religion for myself. And so, or lack of moral conduct in humanity. And so we are re-educating ourselves to be these visionary leaders and to bring forward this newfound inspiration for the human collective. And so Sometimes we don't really know what it is that we value, and it's not really evident until all of these underlying emotions surface, right? And so get ready to tap into some mystical, cosmic, hidden energies and to tap into the magic that you were always meant to be. And so I'm going to do this weekend check-in a little bit different for the collective, guys. I'm going to break it down by individual signs. We're going to pull in to each individual sign, but I am channeling the 12 zodiac signs based on your rising sign in your chart. And so I really spent a lot of time working on this weekend message, and I just got to say, divine timing always plays out perfectly. After my huge emotional purge last night, I received another crystal shipment early this morning, and it was like a rose quartz party. Beautiful rose quartz tower, a couple of spheres, some little pieces here, and then look at the little rose quartz apple. And so rose quartz is for heart healing. I also had some nice green aventurine come in, and green is also for the heart, for heart healing. And so I wanted to do something special for everybody because we are in this home stretch of closing out all of these cycles. So if you don't know your rising sign, you can always go and pull your natal chart from Cafe Astrology or AstroSeek. Both of those websites are generally pretty good at pulling your chart. You will need to know your birth time though. And so although I'm basing it off of the rising signs, I do want to mention the card part might resonate for your sun sign as well, or if you have major placements in these areas. And so we're going to start off at the top. We're going to start off with Aries. We're going to work our way down to Pisces. I'm going to timestamp this all. We're going to skip a collective energy reading, and we're going to break it down by the houses. And so we're going to start off by Aries, and I'm going to get my pen, and we're going to timestamp it. So at 7:06 for Aries. So Aries, if you are an Aries rising, I do want to say Jupiter is going to be entering into your 12th house. And so the 12th house is where we bury our past. It is a house of karma. And so this Jupiter energy is seeking to bring you to a place of transition and limitations. And so the 12th house is the house of sorrow. It's karma. And with Jupiter there, you might find yourself working through and processing a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow, a lot of loss. And so you might want to seek to retreat, to refuel your social battery over the coming weeks. And so this is going to be of utmost importance for my Aries collective. And so you might find yourself as well being freed from anything that has been holding you back recently, anything that has been restricting you, accessing your free will. And this might make it a little bit harder for this transition, Aries. And so in the house that Saturn rejoices in, you're going to find yourself having more emotional awareness when it comes to your self-limiting behaviors, your negative toxic traits, and learning how to get more in touch with your shadow self. We can't spiritually bypass this shadow work, right? And so it is about reaching a place of acceptance for any past mistakes and wrongdoings. So that's all likely coming up, and finding forgiveness and humility in the journey, because humility is where we have to be taken to in order to reach a state of compassion for others. And so get ready to go deeper in touch with your spirituality, your divination. Maybe you're going to be asked to do some energy protection work, might be relevant during this Jupiter period for my Aries collective. It is this huge spiritual cleansing and removal of negative spirits. And Kitty's back. Look at Kitty's like driving me crazy. Kitty's back. She don't like being picked up. We call her Kitty because she's the oldest cat in the house, and she still looks like she's not a day over 6 months old. All right, Aries, let's jump in with some cards and see what needs to come through for you. I'm going to use the same 2 decks for every zodiac sign. So we're going to jump in with the tea leaf deck. We get love. So spiritual love is in focus for my Aries rising collective. And so where do you need to release the past and all of these negative energies in order to call in that divine union, spiritual love? Aries, spiritual love, and get ready for the birth or conception of a brand new leg of the journey. And I do think it does involve a spiritual loving connection. And so we get the dark man with the tankard. And so this could be a message for an Aries masculine, an Aries rising masculine dealing in a relationship with a dark complexion or haired man. But I do feel celebration, fun, and enjoyment. And so you might be coming into some money or property through an inheritance or a windfall of some sort over this Jupiter period. And maybe this is an inheritance from a father figure of some sort. I also feel there is a need to integrate some shadow aspects. And you do have some protection around you. So let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot for you, Aries. We're going to do 3 cards. 7 of Pentacles. And so this is a time of reflection on where you've been stuck, where you've been feeling like you can't move forward, and where it is you want to plant those seeds moving forward, because I feel this indecision. And I do feel releasing any manipulative behaviors as well. I kind of feel somebody here that's resisting shedding the old to bring in the new. We get the 7 of Pentacles. So this is a moment in time where I think you're being asked, where do you want to plant these seeds for the future? We get the 2 of Pentacles. So there's this juggling act going on, a realignment of some sort. And then we get the Magician reversed. So bottom of the deck, the 8 of Cups in reverse with the Empress in reverse. So I'm getting a couple messages with this, Aries. I do feel maybe you've been on the fence when it comes to releasing something that you know you need to walk away from. The 8 of Cups in reverse can go one of 2 ways. This could go in a way where maybe you've been holding on to an Empress in reverse that does need to be walked away from, and there's resistance to walking away from this. I do feel like a master manipulator coming through here. The Empress in reverse does not know her worth, does not know her value, manipulates to control situations, could quite possibly even have affairs. Dealing with a feminine here in some shadowy aspects. There is a need to birth a new cycle. There is a need to walk away. There's been resistance to walking the spiritual path, and I feel coming to this conclusion of, hey, this was maybe a bad investment. There's really no growth here. There's really no long-term planning, long-term investment. So Aries, you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini or a Taurus, Libra, but there is a need to walk away from something and to, you know, walk away with your head held high. And to gain that higher perspective. I think get ready to receive a message or to learn something new. With the Page of Swords, I feel it's time to take off the rose-colored glasses to get yourself unstuck from a situation where I think you've been playing the martyr, playing the victim. And I do feel you're likely dealing with somebody that has not been taking care of you well because she can't take care of herself. And so somebody here very codependent, a very codependent situation, and maybe this Empress reverse has been the one clinging to control, Aries. But there's a need to release a very manipulative situation. Now, the other way this could go is maybe it's time to stop juggling and make a decision to go towards somebody that maybe you did not value in the past. The Empress reverse is like, hey, I didn't see your value. I didn't see your worth. I was a manipulator. I was a little bit shady maybe. And with the 8 of Cups in reverse, Aries, this could mean you wanting to go back to somebody from the past that you did not value. I also feel it's kind of time to get rigorously honest with your communication. If you want to go back to somebody from the past, it's going to require laying it all on the table. It's going to require sending that message, right? The hummingbird. I always think of like a grandmother energy with the hummingbird because my grandmother loved hummingbirds. But I feel somebody's really been in contemplation. It's the hawk. So the hawk does have that higher vantage point, that higher perspective, can look at this situation with some detached emotions and really logically take control of a situation. When it comes to maybe signing a new contract. And I do feel there's been this level of confusion of not really being able to see clearly. And I do feel it's time to have that conversation. It's time to shift that perspective. I feel in Aries here going through a period of enlightenment. and releasing a situation that really isn't worth their time and getting honest. And I think coming out of a period of disillusionment, coming out of confusion, seeing clearly now the path forward, especially when it comes to loyalty and commitment, and releasing a connection that is not wish fulfillment, that's likely been codependent, struggling with addictions of some sort. And I do think get ready to make an unexpected choice in love. The Lovers is a choice between two, and so you got a big decision to make coming up here, Aries. All right, that's what I got for you, Aries. We're going to clean this up, and we're going to keep going down the list, guys. And so Taurus, so we're going to go to Taurus next. So this is for Taurus rising, although this may resonate in the card aspects when it comes to a Taurus sun sign. So I'm going to clean up the cards here. We're going to reset the deck. And so for Taurus rising, Jupiter is transiting and entering into your 11th house. And so Jupiter actually really likes this house. So Jupiter is bringing forward a significant shift. It's going to feel easy. It's going to feel delightful, Taurus rising. I feel a lot of the Taurus risings have really been struggling with these eclipse energies as well. And so there's going to be some significant change when it comes to the house of your community, your social group of some sort. Jupiter in the 11th house is associated to friends, friend groups, social groups, the spiritual community, organizations, gatherings, and gathering with people who have a similar spiritual goal with you, Taurus. And so you may find yourself wrapping up some old relationship cycles that started to close out in March through July of 2021, where there's been a power struggle of that final surrender, that final release, and starting a brand new cycle. And I do feel this rebirth process is not going to come full circle until about March of 2023. So I think over the coming months, you're going to be expanding your social circle, networking with connections that will help you grow and expand and support you and uplift you when it comes to all of your goals and creative endeavors. And so with Jupiter passing through the 11th house, it does mean get ready to maybe reconnect with somebody from the past or expand your social circle. The 11th house is known as the house of good spirit. And so when our spirit feels uplifted, Taurus, that is when we can feel encouraged and inspired by the people around us. So get ready to maybe eliminate some people that really have been draining your resources, your energy, and to find new people that will help you through this challenging time, whether it be financially or emotionally. And so get ready to maybe start a new business and attract some followers, some new groups of people. Or maybe even you'll be like an administrator of a group or something of the sort. But I do feel Taurus rising, as we go through this eclipse season, all of this is passing through your 1st and your 7th house simultaneously. And so it's going to be a lot coming up for my Taurus rising. So let's jump in with some cards for Taurus and see what else needs to come through for my Taurus rising when it comes to these energies. The arrow and the hat, and that's it. They said that's it. So you might have an older father figure crossed over on the other side, or you could be dealing with an older man. I'm not entirely sure, but something significant about this older man, and I feel it's been feeling like you've been pulled back, stuck with this arrow energy, right? And so the arrow pulls back and creates all of this tension, and you're about to get catapulted forward very quickly. The arrow, once that tension is released, you're going full steam ahead. And so you are definitely being redirected onto a path regarding some aspect of your life. And I do feel you're going to be playing a significant role coming up here, a different role than what you've been experiencing right now. So get ready to move forward. Maybe you're going to get shot in the arrow shot in the heart with Cupid's arrow, they want me to say. So let's go a little bit further here, Taurus, and get you 3 cards out of the deck. 2 of Swords reversed. Get ready to see something clearly. You've definitely had some blocks, maybe a blocked heart chakra. You've definitely been living with the rose-colored glasses on, and maybe you've been creating your own blocks. I could be talking to somebody born the year of the tiger. It's kind of like a tiger-cheetah mix. I want to say you've got what it takes to go the difference, to go the distance, the difference. So the difference. Let's see what else we got here. The Wheel of Fortune. The second you take those rose-colored glasses off, you are going to be moving forward very, very quickly. And it's going to take a lot of strength. Oh, wow. Victory. Victory and success. And look at that. You are consciously healing an inner core wound, the Nine of Wands. So I feel a healer here, a Taurus rising that is a wounded healer. Mastering a karmic lesson, gathering your emotions, integrating this lesson, and taking charge of a situation, and you're going full steam ahead. Get ready for some blocks to be removed, and I do feel maybe these blocks have been challenging for the last couple of years, and you're about to step into good fortune. This is the fates spinning you forward. Like I said, definitely could be talking to somebody born the year of the tiger. You are completing a major life cycle, and I think it's really taken a lot of strength. 8. This is about closing out some past cycles, going into the core wound, and maybe this is coming into acceptance of a missed opportunity, releasing something where you no longer have a spark for that person, and quickly heading in a new direction. I'm out of here. The Knight of Swords. I feel like a lot of ascension energy. It's like a rainbow bird on a unicorn. Oh, not quite a unicorn, but a white horse. And so I'm hearing that song White Horse by Taylor Swift, and I want to say nobody's coming to save you. So I think you got to take charge of a situation where it's really drained you creatively. You might not have any passion left for this situation, and you're coming up to this crossroads. Divine Y, pivot point. And so you're going to have to make a decision here, because I think wherever you've been at, it's been a hopeless situation, and somebody here has been living in self-denial about the lack of victory here, and it's kind of time to get your foot unstuck from the wheel. So I feel a Taurus rising here that has been in the dark night of the soul, living in some type of state of illusion and coming into some truth about a situation that's never going to bring you victory. I feel Taurus rising here that's been going through a lot of sorrow, a lot of grief, a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles, and there's going to be some type of revelation or exposure when it comes to a third-party situation closing out, and I think you're blocking somebody. So that's what I got for my Taurus rising. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. We're going to move on to Gemini rising now. I'm going to clean up the cards and move on to Gemini here, reset the energy. So Gemini rising, Jupiter is entering into your 10th house, and so it's going to be a big year for those with Gemini rising. So Jupiter is going to be expanding your career, your connections, and is going to put you in a position of authority to harness your benevolent power. And so many with Gemini risings are stepping into becoming those teachers and those guides for others. And of course, I forgot to timestamp the Gemini. I'll have to figure that out later. And so I feel whatever it is you need to wrap up, there is a connection coming to the end that you started closing in March and July. And so your real success and growth will come when that cycle completely closes out. And I do feel the next 6 months or so is going to be this deep dive into some esoteric studies. And I think this success and this growth is going to come next April, and maybe you're stepping into an entrepreneurial career of some sort. And so I feel if you do the work, if you go deep into finding yourself, the reward and the honor is going to be coming forward next spring. And so get ready for a redirection. Get ready to come into some newfound visions for the future, especially when it comes to career. And I think now is the time to get that ball rolling, to do some studies, to maybe get some courses under your leg. And with Gemini being a mutable sign, I feel a flood of opportunities. And so you're going to want to choose wisely. I also feel you're going to be receiving a lot of help and support from the spiritual realm, or maybe you're going to come across somebody that's going to serve as like a mentor figure for you. And I do feel some sort of spiritual marriage. Jupiter also rules the 7th house as well as the 10th house. And so this is going to open all kinds of new doorway opportunities for my Gemini rising. But you have to put forward the effort. You have to be willing to walk through the doorways. And you can't let fear stop you back or hold you back when it comes to what it is that you want to manifest for your future. What do you want your future life to look like, Gemini? Because I do feel this is going to restore your faith, your optimism, and this is screaming like promotion, expansion, opportunity. Anything is possible for you to achieve. And so if you've been thinking about expanding your esoteric studies, this is the perfect time to do it, Gemini. And so it is through generosity, compassion, and helping others that we can find fulfillment in our lives. And so I think for the next 6 months, you're going to be repositioned into a place of leadership for the collective. So let's jump in with some cards, Gemini, and see what else needs to come through for you. And so March, I do feel come March 2023, you're going to be in a whole new energy. And so it is about business right now. And I do feel you're going to have to be a little bit shrewd. I think you're dealing with somebody trying to work against you, and there's going to be some problems resolved. And there we got that money, that windfall. So maybe come March, you'll be coming into a winning or windfall of some sort. And you need to trust that you will be taken care of in this time of needs, And so I do feel you've been going through a very challenging, difficult time, Gemini, and you have nothing to worry about. I think this winter is going to be a lot of shadow integration. And in the spring, you're going to be reborn into this new energy. So, oh, look at, I was going to see what needed to come through with the cards, and we're going to take those right now. Oh my God. Wow, completion. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. And they're like, that's it, that's all. Gemini, you're definitely closing out a past cycle when it comes to betrayal, manipulation with the 5 of Swords reversed, and then we get the Lovers with the 10 of Wands. And so definitely releasing a karmic relationship burden that you've carried for a long time. And I think you are manifesting a deep spiritual partnership, love. Somebody that will understand your love language. Parrots, it's like a parrot energy, and so parrots like repeat. You also might have somebody gossiping about your secrets. But I feel you've carried a long-standing burden, and maybe you've been in this cycle for like 10 years or more. But I think releasing self-deception, cutting to the chase, journeying towards balance and harmony, and you're taking that fool's leap, Gemini rising. And you're stepping into knowing your worth and your value, and you're walking away from a loveless situation. And I feel in the past, it's been very difficult to master this lesson. There's been resistance to closing out this cycle and learning this lesson. And so I feel over the coming months, it's going to be a final ending, a final closing of a cycle. And on the other side, you're going to be coming into some type of divine union. So get ready to harness your strength and your power and to find your passion for life again. The Queen of Wands is a visionary leader. The Empress knows her worth and her value. She's unconditional love. I could be speaking to a Gemini rising who is a mother and maybe walking away from a loveless situation for the children. You're on a brand new cycle here, brand new journey. So the next 6 months will be integrating and mastering a lesson that I feel you've had a challenging time closing out. And I think because you were in the dark at one point in time, you probably thought this was your ultimate fulfillment, but it's been an illusion. It's brought you a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow. You might be going into the dark night of the soul when it comes to finding that balance in your life again and healing from an abandonment wound. And I do think emotions are going to be all over the place because you're coming to this conclusion of I can no longer work with this person, and it's time to lay that foundation in a new direction. And you've been holding on to this, right? You've been holding on, not wanting to accept this ending with the Death reverse. But I want to say you're dealing with a liar. You're dealing with somebody that is not honest and does not respect you, and it's kind of time to release this burden. Gemini. Wow. All right, let's reset. And we're going to move on to, if I can find my pen, I'm so disorganized. That's my Pisces rising. Your iPad's right there. I can't, we're going to do pumpkins later today. All right, we're going to move on to Cancer. So I'm going to tidy up the cards, Cancer. We're going to talk about this energy for you. Remember, this is for Cancer rising, although the card portion may resonate if you have other major Cancer placements in your chart. And so Cancer, Jupiter is entering into your 9th house. And so the 9th house is the house of higher mind exploration. And so the 9th house is also the house of teaching, guidance, knowledge, education, learning, sharing, divination, astrology, tarot, you name it, right? Journeying, a spiritual pilgrimage, a long distance spiritual pilgrimage. It's about going into the unknown depths. It's this freedom seeking energy for my Cancer rising and for my Cancer risings. And so I think a brand new adventure on the horizon for you, Cancer. So there's going to be this desire to maybe travel towards more expansive experiences over the coming months. This might even indicate a long distance trip somewhere. And so it's really time, I think, for Cancer rising to familiarize themselves with the unknown and to expand their understanding of the esoteric world. And so you might reconnect with somebody that will restore your faith and maybe really getting grounded in a spiritual practice. And so you are being called to use your healing gifts, your healing water gifts. And so get ready to reach some sort of accomplishment. I feel this underlying victory. And so maybe you've been working towards earning a degree or certification, or, you know, expanding your spiritual credentials of some sort. And so with Jupiter and Pisces transiting your 9th house, this is going to offer you an opportunity to kind of expand your horizons, your spiritual visions, to figure out what's going to fulfill your desires, and it's going to give you more purpose and meaning in your life. And so how can you take your imagination and make it your reality? So I think get ready to share some dreams. I think you might even be coming into having literal prophetic dreams that you're being asked to share with others. I think you're ready to expand upon some psychic gifts, Cancer, your talents, and they're all found in that 9th house. So you might want to pay attention to your 9th house. So Cancer, let's jump in with the cards for you. Hey, Kens. Where did Kenzie go? In a room. Well, she was supposed to be helping me babysit you, so can you go ask her to come down? Thanks. Sorry, guys. The kids are home. And so, what do we got for Cancer rising? So, I just want to say you have nothing to worry about, Cancer. A sincere wish is going to be granted, and it's going to feel like finding your needle in a haystack. This is it. This is it, Cancer. But you're going to have to really, really release fear. You're going to have to be aware of self-delusion. You could be dealing with somebody trying to create an illusion around you, trying to create fear, worry, and a tense situation. You could be dealing with somebody that's been backstabbing you. I'm not entirely sure. But a sincere wish will be granted. And if you increase your efforts, you will achieve your goals. But I think it will require giving somebody the boot out of your life. Facing that inner dragon to get the gold. And so I do think it's going to take a lot of hard work, but you will have achievement and success over the coming 6 months, as long as you don't play into self-delusion. And so we're going to see what else needs to come through for you, Cancer. What else does Cancer need to be aware of with this Jupiter energy? Knight of Swords reversed. I'm working right now. The World reversed. You're going to have to go ask Kenzie. But why don't you bring your... Okay. I warned the girls. They stayed home today. They both got like a cold and some congestion. And I warned them they're going to have to behave. But we'll see. Let's see. One last card for Cancer. Oh my God. They're all reversed. So... you know in your heart of hearts, though, something ain't right here. I feel a Cancer rising that's very intuitive and has an underlying feeling of some third-party energy. The Three of Cups. I feel you're dealing with maybe a social group that's gossiping about you, manipulating you. What we do get is the Nine of Swords in reversed, the World reversed, and the Sun reversed. So I feel a Cancer rising here that's been in the dark night of the soul, finding it very challenging to depart from a situation that is a karmic lesson that needs to come full circle and reach completion. And so you're really going to want to go within and master your intuition here. You know exactly what's going on. You need to trust that. We get the Death reversed, and so there's resistance to this transformation. Something needs to die away. Something needs to reach completion, and you've not been wanting to admit this to yourself, and so that's where this self-delusion is coming from. You're in an illusion of your own making, Cancer. You've been in the dark night of the soul. There's a need to see this at face value. There's a need to get honest, and you could be dealing with somebody that's very challenging, could be lying to you, maybe uses some harsh communication to keep you under the veil of illusion. You're booting somebody out of your life. There's going to be a secret revealed about a third-party interference here, and that could be people, places, or things. What do you need to let die away? Because something here is over, and you've been clinging to control, not wanting to let it leave your life. There's something that needs to completely die away, and I do think it hurts. So I think you're dealing with a sneaky fox. You're dealing with, I want to say, a reptilian of some sort. You're dealing with somebody that surely has the mask over you. And your higher self is saying, pay attention, pay attention. So get ready to release a long-standing burden. Get ready to reach achievement and accomplishment once this lesson comes full circle. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or Pisces or a Leo or any of the fixed signs, but I feel you will be quickly departing a situation that has caused you a whole lot of grief, a whole lot of delusions, and I think you're in for a wake-up call over the next coming 6 months, Cancer rising. So we're going to move on to Leo now. We're going to move on to Leo. Cans! Oh, I can hear them up there screaming up a storm. All right, we're going to move on to Leo rising. So Leo risings, Jupiter is going into your 8th house of death transformation. The 8th house does represent karmic debt. Actually, we're going to keep that. They said we're going to keep that. And so this could represent karmic debts, maybe financial debts. Maybe you're behind on your taxes, Leo rising. This deals with other people's money and possessions and resources. So where have you been hoarding and not sharing your resources or your money? And I do feel you might be in need of support of other people's resources. And so the 8th house also talks about fears. Interesting, my daughter is a Leo rising as well, and so talks about fears, anxiety, trauma, grief, and death as topics coming up. Heavy, heavy, heavy energy for my Leo risings. I always think of the lion tribe energy, the prophesized lion tribe energy. And so the 8th house is the process of detachment. It's the process of going deep into some grief. And it is a period of working through trauma and gaining a new perspective when it comes to all of these challenging events that have happened in your life, or maybe even a challenging relationship cycle. And so this is the perfect time to cope and process grief when it comes to an ending, Leo. And I do feel you're going to have to find ways to keep your emotional well-being flowing, releasing control, releasing this stuck, stagnant energy, Leo. You might also find yourself breaking free and having freedom from somebody who was trying to control you. It's going to be a very empowering time, but you're going to have to manage your money wisely. You're going to have to pay back some karmic debt that you owe people. And it does speak of loss. So if you don't learn to moderate your life, Leo, you're going to have a really difficult time over the coming months. So how much debt do you owe other people? You're going to want to watch overspending, because that's going to be an issue and can lead to financial ruin. Or this could also speak of receiving an inheritance from a loved one that is crossed over or will be passing away over the coming months. And so whether it's money, property, physical items, or possessions. This could also speak of receiving a gift. I also want to say get ready to maybe go through the process of a divorce. I think divorce will become very relevant over the coming 6 months for Leo rising, in order to increase your energy. And so with the cards for you, Leo, Tower. I knew they wanted me to keep that out for a reason. And so wherever you're at, there's not a solid foundation. So something needs to kind of leave your life in order for you to build a solid foundation. But it's going to take a lot of effort to get back on track and to have success. And so there's going to be a major tower coming for a Leo rising out there, and you very well could be dealing with the Pisces, although I do feel the 8th house will fall in Pisces for you. And so you might just need to tell somebody to go fly a kite, to get out of your life. Probably a Pisces, I'm not sure, but this is going to lead to a financial gain. Wherever you're at, this is a broken wish. A wish is not going to be granted, and you are encouraged to not back down from any opposition over the coming 6 months. Find your deep spiritual strength and your fortitude to face these challenges, because if you did something good in the past, get ready to receive. You very well could be dealing with a Taurus, or maybe a Taurus is about to enter your life, and whatever problems you've been facing, there will be a successful outcome, Leo. So let's see what else needs to come through at the tarot for you, Leo.
I don't know that one.
I guess Alexa doesn't know. Look at that. Oh my God. We got 3 cards here. The 7 of Pentacles in reversed, the Magician reversed, and the Empress upright. And so I do think maybe you owe some karmic debt to an Empress of some sort, Leo. You've definitely been in a very stagnant situation. You've been watering a dead tree for a long time. I think it's kind of time to shed some manipulative behavior here and to step into your worth and your value. You're going to be going through a major realignment here. Maybe in the past you manipulated a feminine of some sort, an Empress. We've got unconditional love coming your way, and maybe with a Taurus or a Libra is going to be entering your life. And let me just tell you, that bull energy, they will get a task done, and they are not afraid to face opposition, right? And so you're dealing with somebody very strong, very grounded, very loving, very nurturing. Maybe you're dealing with the mother of your child. I'm not sure, Leo, but a realignment when it comes to some manipulation. Maybe this feminine energy was ghosted, abandoned, definitely healing from some abandonment wounds. And I feel you're going to be all up in your feelings over the coming months when it comes to healing some inner child wounding. You very well could have a grandmother overseeing this, but I do feel a lot of wisdom. So there's been a separation here of some sort, and I do feel somebody's really been struggling shedding the old to bring in the new, and I do feel there's a need to address some past betrayal, to pay back some karmic debt, Leo. I do feel I feel this is your energy, the Knight of Wands. In and out, in for one thing only, passion, really didn't want to go into the heart, and getting a major wake-up call. I think somebody betrayed this Empress. You figure out who you are in this situation, Leo rising, but I do feel there's been resistance to learning something new, to embracing a clean slate, and so you might have to release a bad investment to have that victory and success in your life. There's definitely an energy of we can no longer water these dead, stagnant relationships, and maybe it's time to take a step back, take a break. You might need a mental vacation. It's feeling very heavy, but good will be coming back to you, and there is an Empress here that I feel is waiting to receive a blessing, but there is a need to address some past betrayal, so closing out a cycle, maybe with the mother of your child is kind of what I'm feeling for you, Leo. So we're going to put the cards back. I'm going to clear the deck, and we're going to move on to the next sign, guys. So, Leo, that's heavy. That's heavy, heavy. So, do get ready to maybe lose some possessions, to understand that possessions aren't everything. So, that's what I got for you, Leo. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. And now we're going to move on to the next sign, guys. I'm going to just cleanse the cards, shuffle the cards, clear the cards. All right, We are now going to move on to Virgo rising. So Virgo rising, Jupiter is entering into your 7th house of relationships. It does deal with our one-on-one relationships, whether it's personal or business. It does expose hidden enemies. So do be aware of that. Be aware for some opposition or some challenges coming up with a spouse or partner. And you are definitely going to be going through some type of commitment overhaul, which could lead to a higher love, a higher engagement, and get ready to expand your faith and trust in other people. So I do feel you are dealing with some hidden enemies all at the same time, Virgo. So this is a great time to really figure out what kind of connections you want to create moving forward. Jupiter is also going to expand some business opportunities for you. And so you might want to focus more on business transactions rather than relationships. This might even mean opening up your own business over the coming 6 months, taking that leap of faith, or somebody needs to speak up. I do feel this is a new dating cycle. So I do feel a relationship that you've wanted to go towards for quite some time where you've been blocked. Maybe some throat chakra blockages. I think you've also been dealing with somebody who's not really reciprocated the energy that you've put into a situation. And so there's going to be a lot of people leaving your life, a lot of groups of friends leaving your life that will lead to a new meeting with another that is meant to be in your life, Virgo. So I also feel it's a time to have faith, to learn to detach from a sense of coldness or dryness, and to add some compassion in your life. I do feel a new romantic partnership coming forward that will really make you dance with these energies of love. And so I think get ready to deal with an underlying legal issue. You might even find yourself in a lawsuit of some sort as you pursue justice against some enemy that's been working against you for quite some time, preventing you from going towards peace. And so forgiveness from your enemies is possible, or even an apology. So let's see what needs to come through with the cards for you, Virgo. A woman dealing with a relationship or woman whose wish will not be granted. So I could be speaking to a masculine here, dealing with a karmic feminine who really has served as a very painful, cold karmic lesson. And I do feel this has been a very, very long and daunting physical and mental journey for you, Virgo. I don't know that I want to take all these cards. So I do feel get ready to burn a bridge. There's not going to be a successful solution to these problems with this woman you've been dealing with. And you have some big time challenges to overcome over the next 6 months because you've been in this very muddled, unclear thinking. And you will successfully overcome this problem. And I do feel maybe mending a bridge with somebody from the past. And so do not be tempted to lower your standards, Virgo. Because I do feel you are on a path to a lot of abundance, rainbow blessings. I do feel the most difficult part of this karmic situation is over and news of success is on the way. Good news. Good news. And I think you're leaving a younger woman behind and going towards an older woman that will serve as a pathway to something important towards a new job or a career. And maybe this will lead to an engagement. Maybe by next summer you will be engaged. And I feel you've been closing out a cycle since about Lionsgate in August. So you could be dealing with somebody with heavy Leo in their chart, but I think get ready to put in the hard work to have achievement and success. But there will be somebody leaving your life, I think a younger feminine, and going towards maybe somebody more age appropriate or older, somebody more grounded. And maybe this older woman is going to be sending you some news about an increase. But there will be a marriage that will take place both romantically and business wise over the coming 6 months, Virgo rising. So let's see what the tarot has to say for you. Four of Swords, get ready to go through a period of healing. Healing from past heartbreak and gaining a whole new perspective shift, getting yourself unstuck. And the High Priestess coming into some spiritual gifts, the Empress. Definitely unconditional love is coming your way. I do feel this older woman is bringing forward justice and healing in your life. You are likely dealing with an Empress here, Taurus, Libra, somebody that is very balanced, very grounded, will love you unconditionally, will nurture you. You're heading towards a wife of some sort, a husband or a wife, and this will be balanced. This is what is just. This is what is right. You've been in a very unjust situation, and it's time to heal from this heartbreak and major period of enlightenment, getting yourself unstuck and going into your spiritual healing capabilities. So you could be dealing with Pisces. Maybe this younger woman is a Pisces, and she's really been the detriment of your life recently. And so a karmic rebalancing for sure, going through a period of healing. So you might find yourself very emotionally and physically drained. As our soul heals, we need that time to rest. It's a sloth. So things are feeling very sluggish, very slow moving. But boom, you're going to get this wake-up call, and you're just going to know. You're just going to know in your heart of hearts, like, this is my person. And I think maybe in the past, you chose not to invest in this person, but you're coming in for victory. There's victory here, and you are breaking free from an old mindset when it comes to a family legacy, a foundation, and I think you're getting ready to drop your defenses and open up your heart and to come into some truth. So there is a situation I feel that is coming to a dead stop because they've created all kinds of challenges in your life, all kinds of lack, and it's time for you to go towards this older woman. Maybe you will be the one bringing in a proposal, or maybe this older woman will be sending you a message, but I feel you're exchanging something lesser for something better over the coming 6 months, Virgo. So let's keep going here, guys, before my kids like have an explosion of whatever is going on up there. All right, let's reset the cards, guys, and we're going to move on to the next sign. Libra rising. So Libra, Jupiter is entering into your 6th house of career. It's about career, work, effort, labor, health. So you might be undertaking a very big project really soon, Libra. So Jupiter's got this vision, this expansion coming into your 6th house, and it is about establishing this vision in the physical reality by putting something into motion. Get ready to start a new project. Get ready to take action towards what it is you want to pursue when it comes to the quality of life that you want to bring forward. And I feel a new project. And I also feel Mars joining you in this project. And so there's going to be some challenges you're going to be going through. And I do feel, unfortunately, there's going to be people leaving your life. You might have to deal with some health issues arising. But I do feel developing a deeper relationship with yourself, with your spiritual purpose, maybe with a work endeavor, and putting in the work to exert yourself, to feel like you can have purpose and meaning in your life. Now the cats are fighting. It has just been a regular power struggle shit show everywhere around me, except for in my own personal issues. But anyway, and so what brings purpose and meaning into your life, Libra? Because you might want to look at a new health regime, healthier eating, changing your eating, working on your sleeping habits, maybe exercise is coming up. How can you fuel yourself and fill yourself with positive energy is what I think you're working towards. And so where do you need to take responsibility for something in order to bring justice into your life where there's been injustices, right? Libra is the sign of justice. And so you might find yourself in a competition with somebody. Mackenzie. And so get ready to increase your staying power. Mackenzie. I don't know what those kids are. Can you please help me out, honey? So you might want to work out. Something might get your blood boiling that will put something into motion is what I'm feeling for my Libra rising. Hey, Kens, yeah? Are you helping me out? Because I've asked you to, honey, please. Thank you. So, fair woman. You could be dealing with a fair woman here that is trying to create obstacles and challenges, maybe trying to create a period of ill health or depression. Maybe this fair woman you're connected with, you could be this fair woman, and you might be going into a period of ill health or depression, and that is why health is coming up. The 6th house is health, right, and work, and so there's going to be some challenges to overcome. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure what's up with the cats. They usually don't fight like this. So, and an older man. So there is a woman and a man coming through here. And maybe you've been dealing with a situation that has brought you a period of ill health and depression. Maybe 2 people here that aren't on the same page. And I do feel something about the moon cycles in November. Between the new moon that we just had and the full moon, there's going to be some big changes in your life. So I do feel a connection that is being eclipsed out of your life, and you're going to have to be careful because I think this person might be after your money. Danger, especially in money matters, but you got nothing to worry about. You got money coming towards you, and I think you got a man after your money. So do be aware of that. Do not allow your life to ramble aimlessly. Get ready to make a decision. Get ready to move forward, and then you're going to have that guaranteed success. I feel you're headed towards wishes being granted. This could be an inheritance, a divorce settlement. It could be a windfall. But you do have an older man, something to do with your money, after your money, and I feel there's going to be some big changes coming up here. So Libra, we got the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles in reversed, and the 7 of Swords. You're definitely moving to calmer waters. I do feel you're going full steam ahead, and this person's going to be falling behind, and so you're going through a period of knowing your worth and your value. The Queen of Pentacles reversed too. I feel like I'm no longer investing or giving in any energy into a situation. I think you've been dealing with a liar. Spirit's been saying, pay attention, pay attention. You got somebody after your money. They're trying to steal your money, your energy, could be cheating on you. Definitely somebody's that's got the veil of illusion over your eyes, Libra. And I think you are encouraged to stop investing in this situation. All done investing. I'm going to be stepping into my worth and my value, and I feel you've really struggled to understand your self-worth and your self-value. And so I also feel the second you stop investing in this situation, you've got a visionary leader coming forward. You've got a masculine here that is passionate about you, and you're going to bring in a brand new beginning in love here. You got some type of union, and beware of the octopus tentacles trying to steal this new beginning from you. You're dealing with a trickster, and I think you're all done investing in that trickster, and you've got a masculine here coming in with a lot of passion and a cup of love, and you're getting honest with yourself. And I do feel this will lead to a commitment of some sort, and I don't think you're going to see it coming. There is a hidden reunion around the corner for you, Libra, and so get ready to do a deep dive into some emotions. Get ready to work on some inner child healing, because you got some big love on the way, and I don't think you're going to see this coming. So that's what I got for my Libra rising collective. So we're going to move on now to the next sign, which is Scorpio. So this is going to be for my Scorpio risings. And so Scorpio, Jupiter is entering into your 5th house, which usually is found, I'm trying to think what the 5th house would be for Scorpio rising at the moment. But the 5th house deals with children, taking risks, our youth, birth. This could be a literal conceiving of a child, the birth of a child. Or maybe you've been struggling trying to get pregnant or working on getting pregnant. I could be talking to a Scorpio rising that works with kids of some sort. Maybe you work in a classroom. Maybe you work at a daycare. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel it's time to expand on what truly brings you enjoyment. The 5th house does link to children, right? Joy, fun, creativity. It's the house of passion. And so there's going to be a circumstance around you that I feel needs to be addressed where you have overindulged in. And so I do feel a relationship that's been put on your path in order to trigger some deep inner child healing. And so I feel a Scorpio rising here that needs to give themselves permission to be happy, to take a risk, to take a leap of faith. And I do feel this is going to be a perfect time to understand your own sexuality, maybe to improve or increase your sex life. Don't be going out there having a bunch of one-night stands, though. Okay. But I do feel understanding your sexual preferences as you get deeply in touch with yourself and your own body, your own sexuality. And so a lot of physical, sensational pleasures with Jupiter in the 5th house coming up. And so there might be a romantic interest leaving your life in order for a new romantic relationship to enter. But this is the perfect opportunity to get in touch with your creative side, to get in touch with yourself and how you can give life to yourself and sustain this energy and support it without any codependencies or addictions or like overindulgences. And so how can you fuel love from the inside? How do you actually fuel love in your life? I think is a big energy coming up for my Scorpio rising. So we're going to dig in with the cards for you, Scorpio, and see what else is going to be coming through with this shift. Pleasure with a close-up friend. I do want to say, though, you could be dealing with a dog, somebody with double loyalty here, but I do feel maybe this pleasure with a close friend will activate some Kundalini energy. But I feel it's kind of time to do something risky, and that is 5th house energy, taking a risk, taking a chance, finding your inner strength to break free from a situation, because I do feel you've been going through a period of depression and anxiety, likely feeling like somebody's working against you. And Scorpio rising, you do have to fight against dark negative forces working against you this lifetime. But I do feel somebody's really been trying to make you do something that you don't want to do against your will, and you're really going to want to take care, because you could be experiencing a loss of material wealth. And I do think it's time to take a risk and take a chance in a new direction. Could be dealing with the Pisces. You could have Pisces in your chart, but there is likely going to be a chain of events over the coming 6 months that will definitely affect your life. And all of these hidden secrets will come to light and cause, I feel like, a karmic chain of events in order to get you to open up to a new romantic cycle. So breaking the chains of a karmic cycle for sure. And so that's the energy of like Scorpio's South Node coming up. So death, transformation, rebirth. You've either got a hidden secret which is causing depression and anxiety, or somebody has a secret they've been working against you. But something that's been hidden will come to light, and it will create a massive karmic chain of events that will affect you in one way or another. So 2 of Wands reversed for you. I do feel, get ready to feel like the rug's pulled out from under you, but this is gonna lead towards a brand new beginning. Oh my God, is it ever? The Fool. Get ready to be thrown off the cliff. You are opening up your heart towards a brand new emotional experience. Definitely could be dealing with the Pisces. We get the 2 of Wands reversed, which is you've been stuck at the crossroads, at the pivot point for a long time. You know exactly what it is that you want to manifest. I think a new creative spark, a new creative endeavor, but you got to break free from a third-party situation here. And people are going to gossip about you. I think there's people gossiping about all of your secrets. But this is going to get you moving quickly in a new direction, brand new beginning here, and opening up your heart to a new experience. And I think you're quickly departing a situation. And getting honest with yourself, I think get ready to be single for a while. Get ready to manifest abundance in your life by yourself for a while. And this is going to lead to a brand new opportunity. So release the fear, release the anxiety, release the depression. Yes, somebody is working against you. You got somebody that's lying to you. And it's time to take the blinders off and break free from this old restrictive mindset and to get moving in a new direction is what I feel for you. And that's what I got for my Scorpio rising. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. We're going to move on to Sag rising now. Okay, so Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising. So Jupiter's going into your 4th house of deep family karmic roots. It deals with your home life, your living situation. I could talk about wanting to move, maybe expanding upon your living situations. The home is definitely in focus for my Sag rising. Maybe this is going to speak of, you know, an increase in your family. Maybe you're going to be coming into an engagement or adding somebody into your life. But I feel the Sag Rising Collective is trying to rebuild and redefine your own family traditions. And so family, reconnecting and talking more with family is going to be big during this time as you redefine a home structure. And so this is where you're really going to value going within and honoring privacy. It's going to be turning inward to look at the past, review the past. And so get ready to be reflective on the past. And so that is totally Pisces energy. And so this reflection will bring forward some sort of peace within your family life over the next 6 months. And so this could also lead to an inheritance or property acquired as well during this time. It's the energy of returning back home. Maybe somebody will be coming home to you, or maybe you're going home to somebody. Home is where the heart is. And so travel, maybe you're going to be moving back home with your mom or your dad or your parents, or moving back in with a partner you've been in separation with. But home, the origins of your family traditions, all of this is going to be relevant. And so get ready to reconnect with your roots. Get ready to reconnect with your roots. Where was I? Of course, I gotta fix my rainbow dash, or whoever her name is. I don't know if I can get it on. What does it say? Wonder Colts. Okay, so I just feel get ready to go into the roots, right? Reconnecting with your roots, your family lineage, ancestral heritage. The origins of your truth are all falling under this fourth house influence, and expanding this, traveling back to maybe your homeland of origin, maybe going through a period of like ancestry.com and digging into your ancestry, your family heritage, reconnecting with your lineage and the legacy that was left for you, or the legacy that wasn't left for you, right? So all of this is going to be coming up a lot over the 6 months, over the next 6 months. And so there's likely something going on with your parents that's going to be a part of this expansion in this time of your life. And so get ready to find buried treasure. It's time to dig up the truth of who you are, the truth of your ancestors, and to form new spiritual connections with your ancestors, your crossed over loved ones. And I feel honoring ancestors that have crossed over. So that's all big energies coming up for my Sag Rising Collective. So let's dig into some cards and see what else needs to come through for you. A karmic chain of events. So, wow, get ready for a karmic chain of events to take place. And maybe you've been dealing with a younger woman. Definitely a temptress of some sort. Get ready for an explosive chain of karmic events to play out over the coming 6 months. But this is where you get back on track. I took an arrow to the heart, and I do feel you will be tempted. So temptation will tempt you. Do not get tempted by a snake. I also feel by the end of this 6 month period, you will have an increase in material wealth, but the next 6 months is going through a period of spiritual growth and maybe manifesting a new career. And I think by the end of this 6 months, you will come into a twin soul reconciliation, and you are going to be stepping into joy and happiness. So let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot for you, Sagittarius. 8 of Wands, passionate communication, fast forward movement. And I feel maybe having an in-depth conversation with the Queen of Swords and putting some past karma to bed. We get the 8 of Wands. That is movement. The Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel an unexpected arrival and get into the heart of a situation when it comes to some past betrayal or some backstabbing. And there will be a time to go within, I feel, to really master this lesson. There's going to be a lot of communication, and I feel this Queen of Swords will listen to you, will talk to you. There's a need to address some lies here, some deception, and I do feel this conversation about this past betrayal will lead to a lot of truth, a revelation of maybe having an opportunity to build a new foundation is kind of what I see for you, Sagittarius. So I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. Completing a major cycle of deception and a reconciliation around the corner for my Sag Rising Collective. So we're going to move on to the next sign now. We're going to move on to Capricorn. So this is going to be for my Capricorn risings. My little peanut, my little Savannah is a Capricorn rising. And so Capricorn rising, Jupiter is going to be transiting through your third house of communication. The third house deals with communication. It is all relative to the physical world, to where we live. And so this could spark a desire to maybe travel over the next 6 months, long distance travel. It also deals with siblings, sibling rivalry, and maybe establishing a deeper, more meaningful connection with family over the coming 6 months. And so the third house does govern spirituality, prayer, worship, redefining our relationship to our devotion and our spiritual practice as well. And so you might find yourself wanting to write or blog or vlog or, you know, take up journalism or maybe start a platform on social media because of the communication aspect. And so you might find yourself wanting to start a podcast or a YouTube channel. I think everything in connection with communication is being expanded for my Capricorn rising over the coming 6 months. And so joining in local spiritual community centers, volunteer work, educating yourself, helping people around you in the community. And so a desire to expand your understanding of what is familiar to them. And so this energy can be very nostalgic over the coming 6 months, Capricorn rising. So we're going to see what needs to come through for you with some cards. Capricorn rising, please, over the coming 6 months. Okay, that's what we got. Bottom of the deck. I think get ready to cut people, places, and things out of your life. There is definitely going to be some disappointment over the coming 6 months. It's going to feel like you're stabbed in the heart. Heartache over what you no longer have. I just noticed a whole bunch of ones. So something is manifesting, and so you're just going to have to persevere and overcome these challenges, and it's going to hurt. But this is where you use your intuitive gifts in order to make these beneficial changes. Scissors come in to cut those cords. Get ready to cut some karmic cords because I do feel an emotionally secure and loving family is important to you. And so although there's going to be obstacles to overcome over the coming months, you are stepping into recognition and reward. Get ready to reap a harvest of some sort. And maybe after you cut some people, places, and things out of your life, you will be heading towards a spiritual marriage, and a new romantic partnership. And I do feel this has already been in the works since about Lionsgate. So let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot for you, Capricorn. And then I think we only got a few more signs left. Let's see what we got for you, Capricorn. I'm doing things a little bit different, but let's see. We get the Queen of Swords in reversed, the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel there's some communication issues here. There's a need to go within. There's a need to withdraw from a bad investment. There's a need to get honest. There's a lot of self-deception here. There's some self-worth issues here for sure. You have what it takes to pick yourself up. The energy is feeling very ungrounded, Capricorn. You are going to have to go within and shine some light on these negative vices. And I do think something hurts. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that's going to bring forward a lot of harsh communication, some bitter, angry communication. You could be dealing with a bitter, vengeful ex. The Queen of Swords in reverse can be an ex, somebody out for, you know, karmic justice of some sort. Could be dealing with a Virgo or an Earth sign. But that's your energy. You need to know your worth and your value. I think I could be talking to a Capricorn that's going to be cutting out some major people out of their lives. Scissors come to cut. The Queen of Swords yields that sword of truth. It's the sword that severs. So I think get ready to get honest with yourself. I think maybe you're lashing out. You're angry because you're hurt. Hurt people hurt people. I think it feels like you're going to feel like you're going to be stabbed in the heart. And you're going to have to take some time out to go within to learn this lesson, because wherever you've been at, this person does not value you, and you don't know your worth, and you don't know your value. So how will they know your worth and your value? And so you're coming to the end of a cycle, and you're getting to the root cause of these abandonment issues, I feel. Family issues, and stepping into being that wounded healer, finding that inner lion to break free from a very manipulative situation. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or another earth sign or an air sign. But I just feel learning a lesson when it comes to somebody manipulating you and taking back your power, taking back your shine is what I have for you, Capricorn. So we're going to put the cards back and we're going to keep going here, guys. So that's what I got for you, Capricorn. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. We're going to move on to...
No, this is the last one. No more.
I have Aquarius and Pisces. Thank you. We're going to move on to Aquarius. This is for Aquarius rising, so keep that in mind, although the card portion may resonate. The card portion may resonate for any major Aquarius placements. But so Aquarius rising, Jupiter is entering into your second house of self-worth and self-value. The second house deals with money. It does deal with our self-worth, our self-value, our finances. And so this is going to bring forward all kinds of new financial opportunities, I feel, for my Aquarius rising. And so what you choose to cultivate is going to be dependent on you. How much success you can cultivate is going to be dependent on how much self-worth and value you hold within yourself. And so a lot of ancient energy is what I'm feeling. I think get ready to expand your pocketbook. But you're going to have to be weary of overspending. And so stepping into financial freedom, opening up a new doorway of opportunity that will bring unlimited abundance and relief from all of these financial struggles that you've been dealing with since March of 2020. And so I do feel power struggle issue dynamics are coming up between the 2nd and the 8th house over the coming 6 months. And reallocating your time and getting rid of whatever's been eating up your finances and eating up your energy reserves. And so this could mean purchasing a new house. That might be coming up over the coming 6 months, maybe learning new esoteric skills. What are you skilled at? What tools do you have in your toolbox and assets that you have to manifest unlimited abundance? So you could even be receiving money from patrons, so entrepreneurial energy. People might want to donate to you if you have a channel or support you, because Jupiter also rules 11th house of Sag for you. And so this might be a time of saving money, but don't be afraid to have some fun too, is kind of what I feel for Aquarius rising. So let's see what needs to come through with the cards for you, Aquarius. Second house of self-worth and self-value, which probably will be Pisces. And so I do think a lot of hard work ahead, which will lead to a lot of achievement and successes for my Aquarius rising. So the cards. And so a new opportunity, a new doorway, a new path is opening up for you. And I think get ready for your family wishes to come true. Wow, this is feeling good. So I want to reference like the Bug's Life energy. And so, you know, stepping into a humanitarian mission is what I'm feeling. And walking through this archway, this doorway of a brand new experience. So unlimited possibilities, and whatever you wished for, whatever you prayed for, your wishes are coming true. And so get ready to step into this beautiful energy. Could be dealing with a Leo. New creative ideas are coming forward, a brand new adventure, a fresh new start. And I think you have been persevering, overcoming all kinds of challenges, and you are about to step into some really good energy. So let's see what needs to come through for you with the tarot. What needs to come through for my Aquarius rising collective? Oh my God, the cards are just all over the place. And so we got the 6 of Cups with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So there's a lot of nostalgia coming up here. You might even experience a job loss that will lead to a reconciliation with a soulmate, a past life soulmate, that might lead you down the entrepreneurial path. So we got the Moon and the 8 of Wands. I feel an Aquarius rising that's been in the dark night of the soul, likely in a situation feeling helpless, hopeless. Maybe you have been struggling financially and it's feeling hopeless. Could be dealing with a Leo, although that is going to be your 7th house, right? Aquarius rising, the fall is the Leo. And so you might experience upheaval on the job front. I also feel there's been resistance to putting in the effort towards a reconciliation of some sort, because it's going to take a lot of hard work, right? There's a connection here that's meant to be in your life, and I feel the moon energy really is pushing movement forward, communication. And so secret communication, this could be a telepathic connection coming through telepathic communication. I feel finding that inner flame. I also feel a secret marriage, a secret higher love connection. Could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. But I feel in the past, somebody walked away from a situation and brought something to a dead stop, and they've been having trouble manifesting success in their life. I also feel a need to walk away from a connection that isn't really going anywhere. And releasing this power struggle. I do feel there's going to be some great personal sorrow coming up here, Aquarius. Heartache from what you no longer have, going through a huge release of a very challenging situation where there's been resistance, walking away from it. Maybe trying to secretly plan on going towards a reconciliation, but I think get ready to take those steps. It's time to go towards your manifestation. It's time to rise into the leader you were always meant to be, and to get your foot stuck out of the wheel, because the fates are saying, hey, all of these delays and these challenges, you've manifested them because you need to walk away from something that you can't keep holding on to. You need to break free from this challenging situation and to release a bad investment in order for a reunion of some sort to come forward. And so get ready to walk away from a very emotionally challenging situation that has kept you trapped for maybe up to 3 years. And you are going to have to feel the pain of this ending, but this is your wishes coming true. And I do feel you all done investing in a bad investment. There's that 8 of Pentacles in reversed. And maybe you've held on because of the memories. But I feel you're all done investing in a situation that you've really been trying to make work. It's just not working. Secretly planning on going and communicating in a new direction. And that's kind of what I got for my Aquarius rising. Get ready to come out of the shadows, come out of the dark, and step into the sun. That's what I got for you, Aquarius. All right, last but not least, Pisces rising. I'm a Pisces rising. And so Pisces is the last sign of the Zodiac. Pisces has seen and done it all. Pisces is the all-seeing eye. So Pisces, first house Pisces, if you are Pisces rising, Jupiter is entering into your first house. I think you got a horseshoe up your ass, Pisces. That's what I think. Good luck and good fortune. And so Jupiter is the ruler of your ascendant. So what that means is everything Jupiter in your chart is expanding.
Mom,
and so
put your hair on that house.
that one. Nothing. That one. There it is. So, sorry guys. So Jupiter. The last couple of years, the last year, Jupiter's been going through your 12th house in Aquarius. So you've been in a period of retreating, isolation, finding comfort in isolation and privacy in yourself, connecting with yourself. And so with Jupiter going back into your first house, get ready to be ripped wide open, like to all of these amazing possibilities, connecting more fluidly with everybody in your life. And so this is a time of reward and recognition, stepping into being a notable public figure if you put yourself out there. It is just this beautiful, beautiful energy coming forward because Jupiter also rules your 10th house of Sag. Recognition, expanding within the public eye for your individual efforts. And so ultimately, the last couple of years for you has been this reinvention of self. Stepping into your truest, most authentic self. And so you might want to ask yourself some questions during these transits, right? Like, ultimately, like, who are you? What do you want to become? What are the possibilities of who you can be? They are unlimited with a Pisces rising. And so with Jupiter passing through your first house, this could be a time of getting pregnant, birthing something new, conceiving a child, a marriage. You could be getting pregnant with a cosmic idea. It is about really owning your name, your identity, and choosing a different way to identify with yourself that feels more purposeful with how you understand and connect with this universal oneness and everybody that you are connected with. And so this is the house of orators. So if you have something to say, people will listen to you because you have that all-seeing, pervasive Pisces eye. And so This is where you are having this ability to take on the responsibility to hold emotional space for the collective. You are a creator of gathering the collective together. And so it's time for you to really step into taking on this organizing role for this collective ascension process. And so you will definitely be focused on you and connecting to the person you want to become and tapping into all of these limitless opportunities. It's like exploring that vast ocean for my Pisces, and I think get ready to come into good luck and good fortune, because you're done with the past and you are ready to step into good luck and good fortune. So the lucky horseshoe, happiness. You might even be receiving flowers from an admirer. And I feel if you've been struggling with a period of depression or people working against you, likely since about last May, you've got nothing to worry about. You are climbing the ladder towards success. You are stepping into unlimited abundance is what I'm feeling. And so maybe you've been dealing with some February, March, May. So March. You could be dealing with somebody born in March, or maybe there was an event that took place in a previous March as part of your rebirth process. Maybe you've been dealing with somebody blowing smoke out their ass since about February. Could be dealing with a Pisces or an Aries or a Taurus or a Gemini. But I feel get ready for a celebration. You've got nothing to worry about here, Pisces rising. You are like on the rise. You are stepping into good luck, good fortune, and happiness. And I want to say you earned it. You earned it. So the Wheel of Fortune reversed for you, Pisces. The Queen of Swords reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. Four of Pentacles reversed. All you got to do is release. So I do think I'm talking to a Pisces rising that has been facing all kinds of limiting beliefs, challenges over the last little while. And I do feel getting honest about an opportunity that I think maybe you were looked over in the past. All done looking back at the past is what I'm feeling. Four of Pentacles is I'm done. I'm done with deceiving myself. And I think maybe you've held on to a connection that you thought was meant for you for maybe the last 3 or 4 years. This could also be somebody wanting to come in for a missed opportunity. But I feel you're all done struggling internally. You know exactly who you are. No more deceiving anybody. I also feel you're really not sharing your ideas with anybody. You are holding everything tight. You know, you're not sharing. I also feel coming out of a period of suppression and depression. And maybe in the past you were dealing with a third-party situation. I think people are going to be talking about my Pisces rising. I really do. I really do, because I think, you know, you've been going within. Nobody really knows what you're up to. I also feel you've really been mastering a lesson of abuse and manipulation, third-party interference, and releasing everything from the past that is no longer serving you. And you're opening up to a brand new emotional experience. And I think anybody that's hurt you, they're going to be facing some karmic repercussions is what I'm feeling. And so something wants to come back from the dead. Somebody made a poor judgment call in the past and likely deeply hurt you. So somebody might want to be coming in for a reconciliation. But with that Queen of Swords in reverse, I think it's a no. I think it's a no. But there is definitely something coming back around when it comes to completing a lesson, a time of great achievement for you, mastering a lesson. In order to finally lay down a long-standing burden, I feel, of an abandonment wound. Coming out of lack. You will be taken care of, Pisces. And so I do think it's going to be very emotional over the coming months. But it's time to celebrate. It's time to go out and have fun. And to release any worry. Because anybody working against you, they're about to receive their karma. And that's kind of what I got, guys. So, wow. Wow. That was fun. That was long. I hope I still got you all with me. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check out the description box below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Thank you, everybody.